What is going on, everybody? New release video time. We got the brand new, just came out today, 2026 Topps Finest Baseball. Today I am ripping one hobby box just to check out the hobby version of this product. Just an FYI, I did not go hard with the hobby version. In terms of the channel, we are ripping this hobby today for the new release video just to check this product out. And then I have a 3 mega new release. We'll be dropping that as well. That should be fun to see what the megas are all about. Then I have one other loose hobby that's going to be for a one-off profit challenge. That should be super interesting. And then I have a mega case, and the mega case will be our full case profit challenge that we're doing for Topps Finest. I didn't get a hobby case. I have a little regret of not getting one, although I don't even know if I could get one, anyways. It's so hard to get hobby cases nowadays off the Topps website, and I'm certainly not going to pay secondary market for this stuff. But I always liked Finest. The cards look sweet. The design is really, really nice. This year's checklist is not bad as well. And I'm not going to go through the checklist, but one thing that we are going to go through is Slab Squatch Sports Cards. Shout out to him at Wax Metrics on Twitter if you want to give him a follow. He does deep and detailed breakdowns of these products in his Substack and on his Twitter. So I really would encourage you to go give him a follow. Super knowledgeable and breaks this thing down about as much as anybody I've ever seen breaks any product down. So again, we're going to get into that in 1 second. First, I want to remind everybody tonight is our big Whatnot sale. Hope to see everybody there. We are giving away 5 of these sealed hobby boxes tonight during our live stream throughout the entirety of our stream. And we also have banger cards up available for pre-bid as well. So if you can't make the sale, you can still pre-bid on cards as well. If you're not signed up on Whatnot, make sure to do that today. You can get, if you use our links, we got a link in the description, a link in the pinned comment. Use our link to sign up. You get a free $15. You could use that on our sale if you like any of the Chrome Platinum or Series 2 hits that we're going to have in today's sale. But let me just pull up my phone real quick. I'm not going to do a screen record and put it on the screen. I'm just going to go through this real fast because there are some things I think we need to get into here. Here is Slab Squatch Sports Cards, like I mentioned earlier, his breakdown. These are not my numbers. These are all his. He puts in a ton of hours to do this stuff. So again, go give him a follow if you have not already. Here's the basics. So hobby, $3.50 a box, megas, $70 a box. First day issue, Dutch auction. That's a joke. I'm not even going to get into that at all. And Breaker's Delight is another joke because we're not allowed to get it. Only breakers are, so we can skip ahead. Production numbers. Check this out. This is wild. And like I said, fast forward the video if you're just here for the rip. But there is a lot of valuable information in here. 15.8 million total cards in the product. Look at last year, 3.8 million, 300% increase. Why? The mega boxes. And he says that right here. The mega box effect, 4x the production. There are 8,119 hobby cases. First day issue, or whatever they call it, is 127 cases. In the Breaker Delight, 1,700 cases. 245,000 mega boxes, so heavy on the retail now, 12,000 cases. Hits per box. Hobby's going to get you 2 autos, 8.75 inserts, 11.6 parallels, 4.25 numbered cards. Not too bad, especially with what we're going to get into later. We'll skip first day issue and Breaker's Delight. Well, you can. I know people join breaks. Breaker's Delight is 2 autos, 1.5 inserts, 7 parallels, including the geometrics, and 5 numbered cards. Look at this. Look at the megas. I'm glad I made this decision. Now, there's a downside with the megas that we'll get to. 1 auto per 2.87 boxes. That is awesome. Basically, 1 out of every 3 boxes. Keep in mind that mega cases are 20-box cases. So you're going to get a significant amount of autos in a mega case. 5.3 inserts, 6.5 parallels in every mega. So if you just round down to 6 per box and you got a case, holy parallels, and almost 2 numbered cards per box. He says right here, this is a good time to notice how solid mega box metrics appear. Keep that in your back pocket. We'll get back to it. Value map. Prices based on launch day pricing. That's key here. You got to remember this is based on release day. This is not going to have secondary market stuff. Look at the price per card. This cracked me up when I first read it. Megas are $1.46 a card. When you look at hobby, $5.83. Breaker's Delight is $60 a card. Price per parallel, megas reign supreme, $10.74. Hobby, $30.15. And the Breaker's Delight, including the geometrics, $87. Price per auto. Hobby is king for autos, which is pretty much universal across every release. Price per numbered card, Mega smashes. I mean, double the value there of Hobby. $43 per numbered card, $82 for a Hobby. Numbered auto, you could see Megas land at the bottom. And that's going to be kind of what Slab Squatch is going to get into here, is you're not, the Megas, you're going to have a really good hit rate. They're going to be really fun, but you're probably not going to pull a lot of the whales. And that, that kind of takes the luster off of Megas a little bit. But if you look at per rare insert, because I think Megas have their own different rare inserts, they are still phenomenal. 766 compared to, look at these two numbers right here. Quality hit, which is parallels and inserts to 75 or less. Case hit level or rarer inserts. Autos out of 100 or less. Breaker's Delight reigns supreme for that one. They're obviously going to juice those boxes because they want people breaking. I mean, we've gone over this a million times. Hobby 130, Mega 132, very comparable in that. We got to go deeper. So percentage of numbered autos in Megas, 47.5, is almost identical to Hobby boxes. They both fall very behind Breaker's Delight and First Day Issue, but you would never expect that. The only problem is, despite what the numbers say, Megas are far behind Hobby in regard to autos. In a move that would make Panini proud, which is hilarious, Topps slipped a little auto subset called Finest Mega Autos that are exclusive to Megas only. It's an 86, he calls it an atrocious, I haven't looked at it yet, but it's an 86 card checklist with the best names being Acuna, Stewart, Vladdy Jr., and Roki. And Roki's had a little bit of a tough time. The checklist is very not good. So while you're pulling a lot of autos out of Megas, just beware, they may not be the guys that you want necessarily. 88% of the autos you pull from Mega will be from that checklist. So if you're pulling an auto, almost always, unless you get stupid lucky, they are going to be from that checklist. The other auto subsets aren't what you might call dense with superstars, but they're in there. The main auto checklist, Finest Autographs, has 159. That is a lot of people. 159 subjects, and as you can imagine, there are some space fillers included. I have to point out there are really some loaded auto subsets, Finest Moments, Finest Ink, and Gustographs, to name a few. But as hard as it is to pull a desirable auto from Hobby or Breakers, it'll be 10x that from Megas. So that is pretty interesting. Rare inserts. I'm not going to go through all this because I want to make sure the video gets done in a good amount of time. I just want to tell everybody, go look at the auras. These aura checklists, or not the checklist, excuse me. The checklist is great. Look at the design. The design is so cool. The Ken Griffey Jr. aura is awesome, and the checklists are phenomenal for literally all of these. The numbers say rare inserts will fall 1 per 8 hobby box case. You're not guaranteed to get one, but you probably will. There's Breaker's Delights. For Megas, it works out to 1 per 10 boxes, which means 2 per case. But it's tricky because if you continue to read here, you can't get, there's a certain amount of the rare parallels that you cannot get in Megas. So you gotta remind yourself of that. And I wanted to scroll down, and this is the important part as well. Print runs for non-numbered. This is information you have to know. You're always going to want to know this stuff. Base commons, 94,000, so not very uncommon at all. The uncommons drop significantly, 13,000 to 780. Base rare, 4,600, so those are pretty good. Look at the super rares, 145. That's what I'm talking about. Know what you have if you pull a super rare. There's 145 of those printed for each player. Common refractors, oil spill is only 30. Oil spills are going to be wild hits in this product. Look at the uncommon oil spill, 13 each. Rare oil spill is 5 each. I mean, if you pull a rare oil spill, holy cow, if that's the right name, it's going to be very valuable. And like I said, I'm not going to go through all these. I'm scrolling slow enough so you can look at whatever you want to look at. There's the inserts, and those are going to be high because those are non-numbered, non-rare inserts. You get down here, here's the rare ones. Aura, which is my favorite, only 50 printed. Love it. Absolutely love it. I love that they have like a big time chase like that. Gusto and headliners we know about. Nightmare Fuel, 20 card checklist, that's also 50 each. And some of these are a little higher. Look at the mega ones. $330 each. So just understand, you can see the print runs up top here for those other ones. The mega only ones, which you're probably going to get 2 per case according to the numbers, $330 each. So not as rare, but still pretty rare. Here's a list of your unnumbered autos as well. So there's a bunch of different kinds of autos that are not numbered. So I'll keep this next to me, but I can't wait any longer. Let's get after it. Thank you to Slab Squatch Sports Cards for the write-up. And like I said, go follow him. Incredible stuff. Let's get after it. 2 autos we're going to get in here. Hopefully we pull something cool. Hopefully one of those auras would be awesome. But I don't expect to pull anything like super, super rare off of a 1-box rip. But you never know. Not a lot of packs in here either. These videos for Finest Hobby go very, very quickly. So let's see what we got. Decent amount of cards in these packs, though. I'm a fan of the design. The design is always, kind of wonky with Finest, but I do like this one this year. There's Schwarber. And that's your base common design. You got this coming up through here. And the base commons are all going to look the same. If you're new to Finest, you can see right under the number, it says common. And when we get to uncommons and rares, I'll show you that as well. There's Justin Crawford in here. Cool. Wyatt Langford, Big Dumper. There's Jackson Churio. And we're starting off with an Arrivals. Those were all commons, by the way. Arrivals rookie, Roman Anthony. Is this an auto? I don't think so. So Arrivals is going to be a base insert. Let me scroll back up to the print run numbers for the base inserts. So Arrivals is 13,750. So there's 13,000 of these. Now keep in mind the refractor is going to be different. Finest has refractor versions of these. I don't know what this is, but this is really cool. World's Finest. And this is a refractor. This is exactly what I was talking about. So this is perfect timing. So this World's Finest Clayton Kershaw right here, if this was a non-shiny, the refractor is the shine for new people. If this was not the shiny version, 13,120. With this refractor, there's only 3,500, or excuse me, close to 3,600, 3,590. So the refractor gives it, and it says refractor up here, that gives it a little more appeal. Here's a nice one right here, a numbered Samuel Basayo, who's been really solid as a rookie. 41 of 199. I'll take that for a first hit for sure. One of the decent rookies in this checklist. And here is our first look at an uncommon, and what it's popping out to me right away is they changed the color. So that's pretty cool. You got the orange instead of the blue. And the uncommon is 13,000 as compared to 97,000. So a nice mookie there. All right. Looks like we got a purple checkerboard in here. Francisco Lindor, Bobby Witt. I hope that the hobby version is better than football. Football was brutal for this product. I had a lot of bad luck on the football channel opening this. There's a nice one right here. That is a refractor, and that is in the middle of the pack. So beware. Look at that. That's weird. Usually they're all in the middle of the hits. These were all base. There is a Chase DeLauder rookie refractor. So that's pretty cool. This is going to be a common refractor because of the blue design. And 3,500 each. I'll take that for a DeLauder. That's not a bad print run. And there is Colson Montgomery. Purple checkerboard, Ryan Ritter. And that's out of 75, low-numbered rookie, 8 of 75. Then we have another World's Finest. This is a base version, non-refractor, Jackson Churio. Framber Valdez, and this is green, so I'm assuming this is rare. Yes. Framber Valdez, rare. So a base rare is 4,600. So significantly lower printed on that one. Put that down for now. We got a regular checkerboard. Now, let's see what this is. Are they still calling these checkerboards, by the way? Or are they calling them X-Fractors? I don't think I see those ones on here. Could be wrong, but I'm not seeing those on here. It's non-numbered. Common X-Fractor or common checkerboard, Giancarlo Stanton. And there is a Vladdy Jr. uncommon. Not a bad start. 2 good rookies. It's all about the autos with this set, though. If you hit the autos, you do well. If you don't, you don't. It's kind of how it goes. We got Kyle Teal, rookie. Zach Neto, rookie. That must be some kind of an error. Zach Neto is not a rookie. So I wonder if all of Zach Neto's cards have an RC. That is 100% in error because he was a rookie in 2023 update, I think. There's Max Fried. There's a Jonah Tong rookie refractor. That's a common refractor rookie. Take that. For my Mets, Rafael Devers, Owen Casey. Finest timelines. I really like these inserts last year. Ricky Henderson. It's pretty cool. Owen Casey, and that is a green, which means it's a rare. So that's a rare rookie for Owen Casey. You can see they have image variations. When you get a rare version, you can see there's his common, there's his rare. So those are going to be different type of images on those. We have another X-Fractor, or checkerboard, Geraldo Perdomo, and that is an uncommon. So a little bit different than that Stanton. And uncommon Ronald Acuna. Nice. Not bad. All right, we got 3 packs left, and we got 2 autos in here floating around. All right, that's got to be auto number 1 right there. There's Basayo, Sal Perez, Cam Schlittler, solid base rookie right there. Numbered, oh, there's an auto. Kyle Karros, nice. Karros has had some decent games recently, and I looked at his numbers, and they're not horrible. That might be one for me to hang on to, although I think I pulled his auto from a different set. I can't remember. I think I have his Baseball Stars auto, so this one's on card. So maybe I'll hang on to that one. 162 of 199. He is Eric Karros' son. And like I said, he's been having some decent games lately. James Wood, base rookie. We got a pink, another numbered card. Jonah Tong for the Mets. That is 232 of 250. Common pink, or fuchsia, maybe they call it. So 2 nice Jonah Tongs in this rip. World's Finest, Marte. What do we got here? Team Finest, Skubal. I believe that's a base insert as well. Topps Team Finest, 15,000 on that one, unless it was a refractor. There's Roki. So Roki checkerboard, common. And in the back is Jefferson Cuero, uncommon rookie. 2 packs left. All right, Nolan McLean, base. We got J-Rod. There's Roki again. What is this? Finest Ink. This looks cool. I don't know if this is going to be numbered or not, so let me, before I reveal this. Unnumbered autos. Finest Ink is only 170, so this is a nice pull. Even if it's not numbered, it's going to be limited to 170. Roger Clemens. That's awesome. Finest Ink, Roger. I've never seen his autograph before. Look at that SIG. He wasn't messing around. And he's in the Astros gear there. So, like I said, this is a 24-card checklist and only 170 per. So that's pretty sweet looking. The design on that one is the white space for the auto is dirty. Really cool. Roger Clemens. I can't believe I've never seen his autograph. Bryce Eldridge, Dylan Beavers, and then we got Team Finest again. This time it's J-Rod. Arrivals, Christian Moore, rookie. Treya Savage, checkerboard. Is that in? That's an uncommon. Nice. Uncommon Treya Savage checkerboard. Rookie. And a uncommon Aaron Judge. Any Judge card is a good card, in my opinion, just like Shohei and the rest of the big boys. We'll take it. I'm actually happy with this box. We got 1 pack left, but I'm not super disappointed with what flew out of here. All right. There's Stanton, Cole Young, Corbin Carroll. What do we got here? We got we got an extra auto. Dave Sims. What is this? Finest Personality. 15-card checklist, 215 each. He is a broadcaster, Dave Sims. That's pretty cool to get an extra hit. That's always cool to get an extra hit. I don't care who it is. So nice. And that's not numbered, but it does have a refractor shine, just like that Clemens does. George Springer. We got a Basayo again. Nice. Another Nice Basayo, 2 numbered ones. This one is a yellow, 113 of 275. What a beaut. Owen Casey's rare is going to get booted for that nice Basayo. Then we got World's Finest, Byron Buxton. Finest Timelines, this is the refractor version. Kirk Gibson. So the difference between the refractor... Finest Timelines refractor is 4,265 as opposed to 19,000. So significantly lower for the refractor version. Cole Young, checkerboard. Common, rookie. And we finished with a Yamamoto uncommon. This was a fun, really, really fun box. Fun product. So I'll take it. I mean, we got an extra hit. Karros is a guy I've had my eye on for a little while as somebody that I might want to hold on to some stuff. And, of course, Roger Clemens is one of the greatest pitchers that ever lived. So I think we did pretty well here. And even if we did a profit challenge, even if we weren't green, this would be a very, very fun box to open. Again, be on the lookout. More Finest content is coming your way, including a full case profit challenge where we'll be doing giveaways. We got something special planned for that one. And I want to see everybody over on Whatnot tonight. It's going to be a blast. We're giving away 5 of these hobby boxes, and we have a ton of sweet cards for sale. If you want to continue to follow along with all the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.